5 years ago, if they told me I'd been a graduate of law school, I wouldn't have believed them. If they told me I could potentially be the next chief judge, the Blackfeet tribe, I'd have never believed them. My Indian name is Yellow Star, and so they always said I'm gonna shine bright. Young in life, I didn't realize when I do negative things, I'm gonna get a lot of negative attention. And as long as I do positive things, I was gonna get positive attention. The criminal things I had to go through seemed very unfortunate and just almost like bad luck. But then it's like, well, it's because I was doing negative things, I was gonna get that negative attention. Before I even ever thought of law school, I tried to imagine myself as a modern day warrior. It's like I can kind of see a lot of that in my boys and what they've had to overcome in their lives and what they've had to overcome in the boxing ring.
It's been a ride, it's been a journey, lots of ups and downs. My first 4 fights didn't go so well.
TKO'd by the #1 kid in the country. As a dad, it was very tough to watch, but it's just trying to kind of encourage him to stick with it. You're way better than the beginning of your boxing career says you are. And ultimately, he proved it.
I do my best so that hopefully I would get the reward of being a national champion. My hopes kind of fell short.
All through my life, I've had moments where I felt like I got knocked down, and when you're down, sometimes it feels like you're never gonna be up again. And when you're up, you almost feel like you almost forget what it was like to be down. And also, when I first went to college, it was very difficult. I made it through and got my bachelor's degree, and I was better than my record said I was. I was better than my childhood said I was. There's a lot of people that have gotten into legal trouble with other things that are now trying to go to school, and some of them actually want to come into law school. I'm like a testament that it's doable, that you can do it. You can come from these hard places and make it into law school and succeed.
So law school was super easy and it went really smooth. Can you tell me about that?
So, yeah, even starting from the LSAT, I showed up, it was Grizz cat game and blizzarding, trying to stay focused, keep my nerves in check. And
3rd down and goal, ball at the 1. Grizzlies will come out.
I take the test.
He fumbles the football, and the Bobcats are going to win it.
And I score in the bottom 25% in the nation. So I'm like, oh, well, there goes my shot at law school. LSAT, doesn't matter as much as you would think. And so I luckily got accepted. First semester I go take my finals, and then I get my grades and I failed. They were kind of asking me, the dean of students, do you really want this? And they said the lowest GPA they've seen someone recover from their first semester was a 1.4, and I had a 1.2. Failure was not an option. This was my only chance of making something out of my life, I felt like. And so when I failed that first semester, it was just, it was a huge gut punch. Since I was a little kid, I wanted to be a lawyer. My mom said, when I was in kindergarten, I said I wanted to be a lawyer. Everyone just kept telling me, 1L year is hard. I would never do it again. But if you can make it through, you'll succeed. A complete struggle, and so when I made it, it was just complete relief.
Be patient, catch your breather, and then be positive. Even if it's hard, there's always a bright side to everything. You just gotta wait for the light.
Was try to figure out what I was going to do this summer, and I needed to get some yard work done up in Ronan. Just got this killer stomach ache. It was just some of the most intense pain I've ever experienced. And they're doing some scans and blood work, and they're like, oh, your gallbladder ruptured, we're gonna have to do emergency surgery. So I was in the hospital for a little while after that, and they come in and they told me, we sent your appendix off, to get pathology on it, and we realized that was enlarged because you have cancer. You have appendix cancer. And I just felt like I got cut down in my prime. I finally finished my 1L year of law school. And at that time, though, they had this elder come in, the smudge. He literally told me 30 seconds before you came in here that I have cancer. I haven't even been able to tell my family. Just kind of this look, and he's like, "You're so young." And I was like, "I know, and so he goes over in the corner and he starts praying, and then he comes back over and starts smudging around me, and he was telling me my ancestors were in there, and they wanted to help me, and so they asked me if I'd make a deal that day. And and luckily, I was able to beat the cancer, and I knew I was really lucky, to still have a second chance at life. And so in some ways, the experience with cancer gave me the perspective I needed, I think, to get through school. 5-10 years from now, I just hope that I'm impacting Indian country in a positive way. Because I know my family is going to benefit after I graduate, but I just hope also that my community and my tribe benefit as well. And so I don't have any idea where I will be, but I just know what I want to accomplish.
It felt good. I felt like I belonged there. I won my first national fight. The older you get, the harder the competition is. And you can stay trying, but if you don't have heart, then you're not gonna do good. So when I won that match, I just had a lot of heart, and the difference was I just got better and stronger.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you. Here, blow it out. Oh, blow it out.
He offered me the chief judge position of the Blackfeet Tribal Court.
What are your thoughts on moving to Browning, and how are you going to train in boxing from here on out? When I would do Browning, it would be kind of way better for conditioning because of how high the elevation is.
It was them kind of watching me go through my problems and just always knowing that they're watching, and it's like I don't want to fail law school. I don't want to, I can't, show any fear, dealing with cancer and all that. And this guy gave me this little bit of belief that I was going to be able to overcome it and beat it. He was Blackfeet, and it's going to be the community that I get a chance to help. So, it's my way of kind of paying back, that agreement that we made. I'm going to be able to kind of view it from a different perspective, I feel, going through it personally and knowing what it feels like. My criminal history was unfortunate circumstances that ultimately led to charges, that were later on dismissed. And so I think coming in with those perspectives, I'm going to understand what that person is going through that's going to be in front of me. Hunini kamaksi akish nuchus. I'm Yellow Star.